as you would be as a child, free care, or not a care in the world, and little to be worried about. And I think your biggest worry was where your next feed was coming from, but plenty of freedom and good times.
How close to the bone were the troubles when you were growing up? Did you feel them?
Well, growing up, I suppose at the time it was a garrison town, and there was presence of the army, and helicopters would be often in the sky, and it almost became background noise to us. And I think as a young child, you're not as aware as maybe when you're that bit older. And I think Omagh was maybe a bit different in the sense that I think it was mixed, religion-wise, maybe a bit more Catholic to Protestant, and there was never really any huge issues in comparison to the likes of the interface in Belfast, and we were probably far removed from that point of view. But maybe if you were heading away to the likes of Derry or Belfast, you're always conscious of the top you might be wearing, more so coming from mum and dad, whether it was a Gaelic top or a Celtic top, so you tried to keep quite neutral because of the issues outside of that.
Can you tell me your memory of August 15, 1998?
Well, I remember the day itself. Just we were in the house and we were getting ready to play an under-16 game. I think it was against Carrickmore, and I was up the stairs and the phone rang, which sat on top of the piano, just at the bottom of the steps, and I was the first one down to answer the phone, and it was my sister was on the other end, and initially we were in the house and we had heard like a thud, and as I say, shortly after then the phone had rang, and I went down to answer, and it was my sister on the other end, and she says, there's been a bomb in the town, tell mum I'm okay. And I was right okay, and as a young 15-year-old I didn't think anything of it. I just went in and said to mum, and thereafter then the news started to break of how severe things were.
And how quickly did you realise the scale?
It was rather quickly, because then my father, who's a teacher and a youth worker about the town, and there would be people calling the house, and then people phoning around, and it wasn't a time where you had the mobiles. It was a lot of landlines, and there was calls being made, and there was stories breaking about people that we knew that had been involved, and there's probably other stories going around that were quite mixed as well. But it was, as the days and weeks after, you just realised the devastation that there was. And
did you go down to the Market Street area? Did you go down to the town?
Well, it was access and immediate. Obviously it was all cordoned off, but as the days and weeks went on, you went down when there was the commemoration on, and just the remembrance of everything, and the political leaders there and the world leaders had come to visit. That was the time that went down, and just felt quite dearly, certainly at that end of the town.
So you, as a young guy, 15 years of age, do you think the enormity of it fully hit you?
No, definitely not. No. As I say, at the time, not to say that I didn't think much of it. It was, maybe it didn't impact on me personally as it has on the people that were more involved with the bomb. It's alright for me that I haven't been involved, but the other people that have, what they have to carry, the cross that they have to carry. But in terms of the atmosphere and the aftermath, from my personal point of view, and the whole community, it was amazing how it brought everybody together, and with particular reference to the time where Omagh Town had played the football games against Chelsea, Liverpool and Man United, and we had the opportunity before the United game to play. We played Buncrana under 16 team, and we played before the United game, and got to meet the players and Alex Ferguson as well, and it was quite a poignant moment for the whole community, that they were able to come out and support, and the fact that these world-class players were prepared to give their time in the aftermath of the bomb, and it just showed the devastation that there was, and the support that they prepared to give.
Like, there's never been a criminal conviction. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, again, it's a difficult one. There's a lot going on with the politics throughout the north and throughout Ireland, and I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I could only imagine what it's like for the families. They're just looking justice, and they're looking answers as to how this came about, and who did it, and they should be answerable to the laws the way it should be. But I could just only imagine, as I say, what it feels like for them, and 20 years on, they still don't have any answers. I don't know whether if there's no convictions, everything seems to be dropped. It's, as I say, for the families, it's hugely disappointing. And I did read there today the fact that Varadkar and Karen Bradley aren't actually attending the commemoration. There seems to be a lot of hurt coming from the families